Hi everybody, welcome back to GearGossip. Tonight it's another acoustic device. It's one of the more expensive things that you can get, and it's the big and aluminium metal looking thing called the Fishman Aura Spectrum DI trademark TM. What is it? Well, it's a single device for making anything that comes out of your guitar piezo equipped sound a little bit less piezo equipped. If you think piezo guitars sound decent all by themselves, stop watching this. It's not actually small. It has non-skid things on the back. It can run on batteries for you outdoor players and those not really relying on wall warts. Something like 20 hours of playing time with a regular battery. What is in there? We have a tuner. Hooray. We have a compressor, we have an equalization, and we have models and an output. And we have an anti-feedback switch. Well, this should be explained. Yeah, I do it now. Anti-feedback means turn down your guitar, turn up your PA live on stage. Turn it up pretty much, okay? And then gradually, don't play, just turn up your guitar with this thing on. Maybe tap a little bit on your guitar, boop, 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 boop. So the whole thing starts resonating without playing a note necessarily, and then the resonances will start to whoop at some point, and it automatically recognizes up to 3 frequencies, okay, while gradually turning it up. This is not oh, it starts whooping, switchy, no, this doesn't work. Do it before you start playing, okay? Let's just check the signal chain. Input, USB in for firmware updates, I guess, and for uploading things to this model selection. More on this later. A phase switch, another thing to compensate for feedback issues, and a trim potty for, too loud piezos, active piezos. The mahogany thing, Lakewood, that you might know from other videos, is loud. Oh. And this one here isn't. The next thing, output and output, DI. You can use both, and if you're using both, automatically the ground is lifted. FX loop, pretty cool. And we have, of course, power in. Dials, well, compressor, equalization, and the blend control for this. Now, what is this? We have, a little bit closer. I hope this is in focus. I can only guess. This is a big dial with 16 clicks and a selector that has 8 clicks. And it says Dreadnought Orchestra Concert Jumbo Nylon 12-string Bluegrass and User Images. Okay, let's be a little bit more precise. For example, Dreadnought. Image number 1 is supposed to be spruce top Dreadnought with rosewood back and sides, and is recorded with a microphone type DPA 4011. An orchestra style OM or triple O style. Narrow waist 7 is spruce mahogany and with a Soundelux E47. So what's that? You have a certain image of another guitar, of probably a very good guitar, and mic'd by somebody who knows his stuff, that is sort of saved in there. And that gets mixed blend to your piezo signal. The recommendation is first use piezos by Fishman. Okay, I guess that's marketing, but maybe not. And the second thing is, it's not meant to be okay, whatever you put in there, it will sound decent. This will sound like a big mahogany, spruce, blah, 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 Dreadnought with this or that microphone. No, these are just hints for you to find the right preset for your given guitar. So this is not 80 beautiful guitars at hand. No, it's one beautiful guitar at hand, because some of them will sound pretty awful and some will sound pretty decent depending on what you put in there and what you expect. So you can't just put in let's say a nylon guitar and finger pick it and expect it to sound like a 12-string just because you put the dial here. No, this won't work. This is just frequency compensation for what comes in should come out as intended. How can I clarify this anymore? Let's just plug it in. Here I am, plugged in. Lakewood guitar, Fishman pickup. One of these no dials end pin preamp thingies back from the 90s, I guess. No, but I don't know. It's quite old, by the way. Into the Fishman. Nothing dialed in, maybe a little bit of reverb afterwards, and this is how it sounds straight to the board. Wow. Okay, it's not that bad, but it's a piezo. The first thing that hits the signal is this trim. Well, this guitar is pretty weak in terms of output, so there is no clip-in. Then we have this compressor. What does it do? It compresses the signal. Halfway up. Back down again. And up. Oh, this gets louder. Well, evens out the signal, but also brings up the body bass boom. Everything that is low gets loud. After that we have an equalizer. Low, mid, high. Ooh. Full high. Adding hiss to the signal, but not that much. Heard worse. Bass. Okay, that's a lot of bass. Pretty effective. Mid-rangey. Really mid-rangey. Now we combine this with compressor. A little bit too much, maybe. Enough for me, actually. But all this is still the pickup only. And then we go off, off, off. Compressor down, volume up. And then we go through this selection thing that I've already showed you. Let's just go for 2. I think I remember this is the thing that I like the most. And turn it up. Fully up, that is. Let's not just comment on sound, okay? I think it sounds pretty decent, but now what happens here? Not that much, okay? Why? Because compression and equalization is pickup only by default. And this is just mixed to it, blended into each other. So these 4 dials affect the pickup signal only, and this is mixed. If you go blend 100%, there's no mix, okay? You can change it in global settings to EQ, please effect both of it. Then things get a little bit more flexible. But if you need this to make the pickup sound decent, which I don't in this case, you better stick to this. If you don't need it, if you maybe have a equalization here and you have a perfect balance, then you can use this as an additional equalization for suiting the room you're playing in. It's recommended not to use the full blend in live. So that's the mixture. And now these dials have effect. Oh. That's what it does. But it does it quite often, you know. Let's just sweep through some jumbo. Jumbo. Now this can get pretty endless. You have 8 banks with 16 each. That's a lot. My best tip for getting the best sound for live is use it when it's loud. Okay, live on stage where you don't really hear your guitar, because that's always changing your perception, the way you hear it. The second tip, and this is what I'm going to do next, just play something into a looper, record it, and just drop the guitar, leave it where it is, and just listen to the sound while tweaking. So you don't have this connection, and just judge where you when it sounds best, okay? And please turn it up pretty loud. Okay, here we go. Looping with strumming, finger picking and soloing, just to show you what you can get out of it. And remember, it's all up to you. This is not a multi-effect where you can get jumbo, get dreadnought, this is a dobro, this is No, it's just made for your guitar sounding the best. That one guitar, that one sound. Okay? Looper is on. What I did is about 70% blend, so a little bit original pickup. We have a little bit more bass, less mid, and more treble on the pickup. This is my basic configuration, no compression. And this is Dreadnought 1. I will fire off the looper and then just select some, just to show you the differences that you can get. But please remember, this is all up to you and your gear, your guitar, your preferences. So don't say, oh, this one sounded pretty nasty. It will sound different with your guitar. Remember. But it's just for showcasing the quality in itself and the differences. This is strumming, Dreadnought 1. Dreadnought 4. Seven. 10. Maybe Jumbo 3. Six. Eight. And so on. Same thing with finger picking. We start out with Dreadnought 3. Seven. Thirteen. Orchestra 12. 12. Nine. And just for the fun of it, 12 string 6. And now soloing, we start out with Concert 4. Okay, it's not fitting, I know, but just for showcasing the differences. Solo on, Garth. Dreadnought 3. Concert 11. And for those interested, that's it, plain. So if you thought these models, they sound a little bit artificial, you prefer the piezo alone? So that's it. That's the Aura by Fishman. What can I say about it? Well, I really like this compressor, and I really like the EQ for the piezo alone, because it gives me some sort of boost for every frequency, more than I ever need, and very little in terms of noise, hiss and rumble. The models, well, adding them to the piezo will definitely beef up your sound. Some of them really sound awful, period, to my taste, okay? But that might be just because of a certain mismatch. So if you're into an expensive device like this one, please remember that you have to take a lot of time to find the right thing for your guitar, for your live or studio appliances. This is the right combination of compression, EQ global or piezo only, and the model and the blend. It will definitely sound better than your piezo alone. And it can sound pretty decent. Please don't go into stores and expect it to, all these beautiful guitars I have at hand. 1, 2, 3, perfect. No, it's not meant to do this. Maybe you have 2 or 3 models that you prefer, one for finger picking, one for strumming. Maybe, but I don't think so. My best recommendation is get a cheap looper, play the stuff that you think is the most relevant for your sound, the type of playing that you do, and then fire off and tweak until you're very certain that that's the right thing. Well, that's it. This is the Fishman. If you dig this, get it, try it. If you don't like it, send it back. If you don't care for it, don't. And that's it. See you.